Hi there, Leo. Hope you guys are well. Right then, let's get on started with your monthlies. Apologies for getting these out a few days later than I wanted, but here we go. I'm looking at your month week by week. Okay, so Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising, October 2017 for Leo. What's the energy surrounding Leo this month? What's the energy surrounding Leo this month? Let's take a look, you guys. Okay, so let's take a look at the first week. Let me just line these up with the camera. So, your first week, Five of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands reversed. Second week, Strength reversed, Eight of Swords reversed, and the Emperor reversed. Third week, Four of Swords reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed. Fourth week, Two of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Wands reversed. I'm just going to throw a few romance angel cards because we are looking at love, to be fair, Leo. So, forgiving and learning, attraction. I will show you guys these in a moment. And finance and career. Right, I'm not surprised to see this one in the slightest, Leo, considering these cards. I'm sure most of you took one look at these cards and thought, yeah, finances. Right, for whatever reason or another, finances really are a factor in your love life. So whether you're partnered or not, I'm seeing a lack of funds here, okay, and a lack of control with your money at the minute as well. So with this first week, the top row is going to represent what's crowning, what's on your mind. The middle row here is more about the effect and or outcome. And the bottom row is the reason why. So, what's on your mind in the first week is Five of Pentacles. That feeling of being shut out, that feeling of having possibly no money or not enough money to survive on. Being shut out by someone because of a lack of money for whatever reason. So, the reason why this is happening is because we've not been paying our finances enough attention. It's as simple as that. We've just not been paying it enough attention. It's a very attention-orientated card, Six of Wands, and in the reverse, it means the latter. And then the overall outcome here is the Page of Pentacles. So we do have an offer of help from someone here, okay? But because we've got a page here, it just might not be as much as you need. But someone is willing to help, okay? So I would say if you don't ask, you don't get, and try not to be too... I'm not saying you guys will be ungrateful, but try not to be too ungrateful with the offers that you get in the first week. Seems like there is an offer there, it's just not as much as you think that it should be. So, coming into the second week, we've got Strength reverse being on your mind. That is your card, Leo. It seems like you're feeling a little bit disheartened, a little bit weak, not strong enough to deal with something here. Not powerful enough, maybe, because of a lack of funds, okay? And then the reason why is the Emperor reversed. And this one, for me, is the lack of control. It's as simple as that. The outcome and or effect, though, is the Eight of Swords reversed. We're getting out of your head a little bit here, okay? So basically this weakness, this lack of strength, lack of power, it's all in your head, okay? This situation can be resolved. It is temporary energy, Leo. It's not something you really do need to panic over. So this here is saying, come on, get out of your head. This, you know, we can only blame ourselves for the situations that we end up in, okay? It's not necessarily anyone else's fault, but we can change our perception of this, okay? The Emperor reverse can also be an abuse of power. So this could be a partner or a love interest that is using you. Excuse me, my tally's just switched itself on. Bear with me 1 second, you guys. Won't be a minute. That does happen. One of them things. I don't usually pay too much attention to it or read into it too much. Yes, that does happen often. Right, so, like I was saying, it could be that you're involved with someone who may be using you for money, or you're using someone else for money. whichever way you look at this, Leo, there is an issue with finances and it is affecting your love lives, okay, because this is a love reading. In other words, with the Eight of Swords, you're getting out of your head, you're rectifying this situation, you're trying to think of the best way that you can get out of this situation, okay? Now, this week, the Four of Swords reversed, we're sort of looking at a bit of progress here, which is on your mind. But the outcome here is the Nine of Pentacles reversed, the fear of being on your own, possibly because of money and materialistic values or whatever. And the reason why the Three of Pentacles is reversed, there is a lesson that has not been learned. So if someone is using you for money, Leo, this is a lesson that needs to be learned that you're not learning. You know, how to accept when you are confronted with a user and to deal with it appropriately, as opposed to putting up with it because you don't want to be on your own. Or using someone else for money and not learning the lesson because you're too afraid to go it alone. You know, I'm not saying this is for all of you, this is just for some of you. It can't possibly resonate for all of you, so don't flog me comments, I'm not interested. But then we come into the fourth week with the Two of Wands, and we have a decision here. Do we remain stuck or do we move forward? Leo, I just want to bring to your attention in this card, do you see this wand just here? It's got a bolt on it. It's bolted to this wall. This wand is free to move. This is a symbolism as to say, do you stay stuck or do you move forward? You've got the world in your hands, Leo. You do not need to keep in this mindset or in this situation for much longer. Hence why the outcome and or effect is the King of Swords. We are getting the hell out of there fast. The reason why? Instability, possibly around a home. So yes, I do see some of you possibly having to move quickly, or this is just a metaphor to say you're getting out of the situation quickly because we're too unstable. And again, that's why this finance and career card really does sort of resonate very, very well for this spread. We have got the attraction card here, okay, so maybe you have someone who is more attracted to your money than you, or vice versa, you're more attracted to their money than them. And we have here forgiving and learning. If you're the ones that have fucked up somewhere here, Leo, do not beat yourselves up. Okay, we all make mistakes, but the key to this is right here, do we learn from these mistakes or not? And learning, you know what I mean? The forgiveness and the learning, this is what it spells out for me perfectly, Leo. Some of you have got some serious issues with standing on your own 2 feet. Some of you are dealing with someone. It doesn't have to be a love partner. This could be a family member, a friend, someone who you really love and care for, but they are just not standing on their own 2 feet. And you feel like you may feel a bit used by this, Leo. Whichever way you look at this, there is a lesson to be learned. If someone's using you, the lesson here is not to allow that to happen in the first place, or not to allow it to happen again. If you're using someone else, you need to take a step back and look at the damage that you're causing. Okay? So that's pretty much what I've got for Leo throughout the month. So Leo, yeah, it's not brilliant, but I'm almost certain you guys can turn this strength card around. You know what I mean? You guys are the lion or lioness. You guys could totally change this. You have got the power. And don't forget, powerful, powerful energies coming through on October the 10th when we enter the sign of Scorpio. A lot of people are feeling these energies brewing. And especially if you've got Scorpio in your chart, you guys, this is where things change for you. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there then, my lovelies. If you want to read it more personal to your own circumstances, or this has hit home in some way, feel free to email me. I'll leave it in the description. Otherwise, I'll be back mid-monthly. Take care. See you later.